Hey, hello everyone. This is the professor with Day Trading for Success. So today I'm going to continue to show you about swings. So I'm going to put this out the same day I'm recording it so you can, if you want to follow along, remember I am not a financial advisor. Actually, let me put that disclaimer up. I almost forgot. So yeah, not a financial advisor. So make sure you get somebody you trust. Make sure you read this. So keeping with what I was talking to you earlier about showing my swing positions, people have been asking, they want to see losing trades. Guess what? You're going to get to see some today. Although I'm not going to jump out of the trades, and I'll talk to you about my strategy a little bit about holding these couple of positions that I'm going to share with you. But remember, do your own research. So based on my research, our research, I decided to go with a long position on the SQQQ, which of course is an ETF and a derivative of the QQQs. So make sure there's the TQQQ and the SQQQ, and make sure you understand what those are. A lot of people say you shouldn't swing trade those, but I am a believer in them. So I got in today, obviously, at even money this morning, and as the market closed, I was behind. So if I look at the daily chart for this is where I set my stop loss, and this area, at least my alert goes off, because this is the lowest it's been in like forever. So we are so close to the low, and when the market does bad, the SQ goes up, the SQQQ goes up, and the TQQQ goes down. And then when the market does good, the SQQQ goes down. So I believe the market is going to be doing bad. So I went in for a fairly long term on my IRA. You can see this is my IRA. I guess you can see that up there, right? Yeah, that's the IRA account. So I'm going to hold this unless, of course, it hits here. And then I have to do some soul searching. Now, I may add to it as it goes up. I don't think I'll add to it if it goes down. I was a little surprised by today, but they've been having these Monday bounces that the market goes up, which I'll show you on the SPY in just a second, is on my other position. But I feel pretty confident holding this 400 shares, thinking that my downside's a couple thousand at worst, and my upside, if it starts to do what it did not too long ago, if you look back here, look back here, and this is, try to get this straightened out here. You can read this. I can't, well, I can see the date here. So you look here, that's, where's my date there? Show me the date. Yeah, that's October 17, 2022. So that's a year ago. It was way up here, $68. So I have 400 shares way down at 22. But even if it came here, which is in, that's January, that's 56. And then this high over here is in March, and that's 41. So there's a lot more room for upside on this trade than downside, because I'm right at the bottom. So I felt pretty comfortable taking this, even though I know AI is propelling the Qs and the QQQ and the TQQQ. I know, but I do feel that overall, it's gonna swing the other way. So I'll be in this position pretty long. I did not put a take profit because I'll just be watching it, and I may be adding to it as it goes up. And then as it starts to go down, I'm just talking to you like this is going to work. Of course, it starts to go down, then I'll probably start taking some profit slowly out. But I'm looking for a swing to go up. This is just the first day, and I'll probably hold this a long time through the first of the year, January, February. In my IRA, I tend to take longer term accounts, longer term trades. All right, so that's my IRA, and now that's my position there. Now let me get into one of my other accounts, and I'll show you. Let's make sure these aren't showing up there, because I keep worrying about that. So this is the SPY. And now SPY was a bigger hit for me today. Now I went short on the SPY, and I'll tell you my logic here. Let me open that up all the way. So you saw me marking this out the other day. For the last 2 weeks, I played the SPY short, and I made quite a bit of money. I think the most I made was on 1 week, I made $800. Another week I made $3,600. So now I'm actually showing you it happened this week, and the 1 week I'm showing you, I'm going down. But both the last 2 weeks, the same thing happened. On Monday, it went up first and then went down. So I'm predicting that that's going to be the same. Just see the same thing happen here, same thing happen here. So that's Tuesday, Wednesday. That is Tuesday, right? I think that's Tuesday, the 18th. Yeah, I think that's Tuesday. Anyway, so, and then now and then it went up and then it went down the rest of the week, and that's Friday, and here's Monday again. So now it broke through the levels that I made here, as you can see, back up, which is a sign that normally you might go long right here and be okay to do so and ride it all the way up here. But I got it on hoping that it would break back down. So I have my stop loss way up here on a short, which I would lose. What's my position here? So that's 429. So that's basically $15 times 150. So that's going to be over a couple K that I would lose if it went all the way up there. But probably it would be worse than that, because what I'll do if it starts going up, I came in lower. My position size I'm ultimately trying to get to is 500 shares on this. So probably what I'll be doing is adding. I'm going to be watching the news and, everything, and just make sure everything's just not going for a big bull bounce upward. But I think this is just another one of those small bounces before it goes back the other way. You guys make your own decision on that. Check your own analysis. I just think with all the stuff that's going on, I just can't believe it's going to keep going up. I was looking at Tesla today, and I still might go into that long, but I'm going to see if that bottoms out. A bunch of news that maybe Twitter's only worth $19 billion, and Elon Musk spent $55 billion for it, and he's going to have to sell more shares. And I think that's one of the reasons it's dropping. But there's a whole bunch of things. But I always watch Tesla, so I'll be watching to see if that's going to hit a bottom, and that seems to trade almost outside the market. I say almost, not entirely. Again, these are just my personal opinions, so remember that, guys. Don't just take this as gospel. I know you see me very successful in the RV strategy, and for the most part, I am more successful scalping than I am swinging. But if you took the overall year, my swings are usually a lot more, because they do add up over time, because I'm getting sometimes 20,000, 30,000 on a single swing. So it can make up for 8-10 days of scalping. So anyway, that's sort of my logic on the SPY. So I'll be showing you guys. We can follow along. The SPY, I might get out much quicker. I'm not going to probably ride this by the first of the year, but we'll see. So you'll see me probably add as it keeps getting worse for me, and you build your position up. Like, it's I don't want to say it's never going to go the right way the first time, but it's almost like I'm expecting it to do the Monday bounce. I was expecting it. I know there was a lot of earnings coming in. Pinterest just came in a few minutes ago. There's a lot more. Apple's going to be coming later this week, and that could make this bump up. And I'll just keep adding to get to 500 shares, get my better position. And then, it could be a 5K. I think my max loss is 5K. So if it builds up and then just starts taking off, I will get out at some point. But I'll be watching it close to get that 5K back if I lose that 5K, to try to get it back down. So I'll be short biased. My general feeling on stocks is it's easier to predict when it's going to go down than when it's going to predict to go up. That's kind of the way I feel. But as far as my moral feelings about trading, I would way prefer to go long and to support, the market going up and the company going up and everybody be happy. It just seems like I have better luck on the shorts, that they're easier to see. That's just my opinion. So I do have other news. The companion book is out. I just wanted to make sure you guys were aware of that. You're probably nowhere near needing that yet, but that came out. I purchased it just recently. Let me just show you a little bit about what's in that. So that's Companion Book Day Trading Volume 1. And why I just wanted to bring it up briefly. I'm not going to do a big marketing thing here for you guys, but I wanted to bring it up briefly because it does have one thing different. It's just a companion book, so it's not a lot of content. It does have some basic rules in case somebody didn't read the books. It's just some basic stuff to look for. But the key thing is right here. Now, as you're rating, the whole book is full of pages where you have the rating system. And so some of you were looking for the rating system and didn't want to pay for it. There it is. And then you get the logs with the rating system. So it's way easier on the same page rather than across from each other. So for $12.99, and then you have enough, logs for a long, long time. So guys, remember to log. Even if you're not using this book, log, and if you're doing scalping, I did pretty good earlier today on scalping. If you're going to scalp, sometimes it's good to stop and log with whatever logbook you have, and just, especially if you're starting to lose some trades, just slow down, log, think about what you're doing. Think about your trades. Don't get overexcited. On these trades with SPY that I take almost every week, or with the Qs, or NVIDIA I trade long, or Meta I'll trade swing, or AMD I'll swing. You've seen me talk about, I'm sure on the videos how I talk about them. I do a lot of the large cap swings, and I usually get in on a Monday and out on a Friday. And that's how I do it. So at any given time, I'll have over $1 million floating out there in value, and hoping that it goes my way, and usually it does. So if you want a little insight about how I trade every week, I'll probably be putting these out on the same day. So it won't be live stream like I know a lot of you are asking for. And there's a whole bunch of reasons I'm not going into. I'm not doing that yet, but at some point I will. But you can follow along. Because these are swings. So if you don't get it, if you get it in the morning based on my logic, again, do your own research. It would be better for you if you were going short tomorrow morning, because you'd be in a better position than me. So, it just depends. Don't get the FOMO like you're missing out. It's not scalping. It's hard for me to get that through my head as well. I am not, I'll start. I think this morning when I first took the position, I could have made I don't know what it was, but I thought, God, I can make $500 right now. Just make a quick scalp, and it's the mentality that you have. Let me just try to get to this, and I'll just see so we can see together. Well, let me open this up. Oh yeah, and I wanted to show you too. So see the blue up here? So this is how you can tell it's now Schwab as opposed to Thinkorswim. Now, I still have my Thinkorswim account. I was on the phone with them, and they did verify. What happens is it automatically moves. You don't have to do anything. Before, I was told a few months ago, I think on a video that I made, that you have to, they give you a date of, when you're slotted to go over, and you have to initiate it. No, they do it. So they told me my account's officially moving over after the first of the year. But I know some people in the $1 Million Margin Club, their accounts were already moved. So it just depends on who you are, where you are, I don't know what it depends on actually, but it's different for different people. Why can't I get this to, there we go. Okay, so I just want to pan. Okay, so let me get to the 1 minute here just so we can see. Yeah, so this is the SPY, and you can see I bought literally when the bell rang, and I could have made money right away. You could see that, it went. Oh wait, no, that's short. No, I couldn't. I'm sorry. What am I saying? You can see I'm long biased because that's the way I was thinking. But somewhere in here, I thought that we were looking. There was a spike. Because you have to get away from watching this. You just have to get away. It's probably the Qs that showed me the spike, but it'll freak you out. So yeah. So is this? No, I'm on the wrong day. Jesus, hang on. I'll get this together. Hang on. I just can't seem to get these things to work. Okay. So here it is. Okay. So somewhere right here, I could have made a nice profit today if I just was looking at it like a scalping kind of thing. Man, it just will not. There we go. So my position is, I think it's 413. Yeah, so not too much. I could have made like $150, $200. I think there was a spike showing that I saw that wasn't real. Let me look at the other account for a minute. And just so I can understand myself what I'm doing here. I wanted to see where my position was. There we go. I thought that this came way down here. Come on. Man, this has gone up another $1. Bad. I mean, I think that was 102. Yeah. So, well, I guess that was the low. So I saw some spike that wasn't real. They do these spikes that freak you out. You know, I have mindset for very sensitive, and I saw a spike earlier that was all the way down to like way down here. It was like $16 or something, $15. Like, why didn't my alarm go off? You know, and that was a losing. Yeah, because I'm doing this long, so my position is 22.31. So it's kind of been just messing with me all day around the same level. That's the thing about the Qs. You're not going to get a big movement on the SQ and the TQ. So just manage your share size. So it went as low as to get me down, and not even a whole, even a whole $400 down. It was never $1. And buying it at the low here, I just don't have a big problem. I didn't look at a lot of other indicators. I mostly looked at the sentiment of the market, and then the fact that we were at like the lowest low, and I was like, there's nowhere to go but up. And the market's saying that it's going to go down here in the next week, 2 weeks, maybe a month. It's going to go down. So I got in, and I'll build up to this position as much as 2,000 shares. I will go up with the position and get my IRA account to, keep going up and stuff. Okay, so I think that was covering everything I wanted to talk to you guys about. I hope that was helpful. This was helpful if you're starting to swing, so I'll try to cover more in depth as I go on and still hit you with some of the scalping videos too. Okay, guys, stay green out there, and I will talk to you soon.